Hello guys, this is the Lord Penguins and I'm here to show you my Exodia deck that I have, my Panda Exodia deck, the first version of it that I came up with. I sound a little bit more confident here because I just finished recording the Treasure Panda Cyberstein deck that I made today, and it kind of calmed my nerves down a bit seeing that I already have a video out in my mind. I guess makes me feel a little bit better that I'm talking. But yeah, this Treasure Panda Exodia deck is actually a mixture of many different types of decks. I saw a lot of videos from 2 years ago on YouTube where these championship YCS winners have a lot of these cards in there, but a lot of the cards that they used are banned, like Fairy Tale Snow's banned, and some cards are limited, like Into the Void are limited now. So this deck revolves around trying to find an optimization between them. So basically, I did a lot of research coming with this deck. I basically looked at every Exodia deck possible on Yugioh Pro Deck Builder, and not deck builder, but Yugioh Pro Decks, the website. I looked at a lot of the decks there, and I came up with basic staples that use it. So basically, Treasure Panda, Summoner Monks, the tune table, draw power engine. The two tuners I use are a little bit different here since they're I only run 2 of them and most decks run 3, and I'm using a Blackluster Soldier engine to also bring back. So this Exodia deck pretty much can not negate, but pretty much can get over like DD Crows if they try to like banish one of my Exodia pieces and try to say, hey, I banish your piece, you can't win now. No, if there's a piece or 2 banished, you can go ahead and get them back. You don't have to like surrender or like wave or give up. You could do it. You could do banishments, you could get them back, you can do anything really. So this is what we're gonna go ahead and do here. We're gonna have obviously our 5 pieces of Exodia, the favorite cards in my in the game for myself. Our 3 treasure pandas here, draw power, the draw power engine, not the draw power, but the summoning engine. So basically, you want to get treasure panda out as fast as possible. Use spells that you've already used to bring him out, or start using spells to go ahead and bring back all the normal pieces of Exodia. And then what you'll do is you'll either tune them into Formula Synchrons so they could go to the graveyard, or link summon them to your Dread in order to get draw power. So that's why we run 3 pandas here, so we can get out those pieces and send them to the graveyard quickly as possible. Our summoner monks are basically in here, so we could go ahead and summon our panda. So the best card in the game, not the best card in the game, but the best card in this deck, I would say, is a summoner monk, because you could discard a spell and then bring panda in and then use that spell to bring back something else and then go on from there. Summoner monk, of course, you normal summon him, switch him to defense mode, discard a spell, special summon any level 4 lore. No, not lore, sorry, I did the same mistake I made in the other deck profile. Level 4 monster from your deck to the field, and in this case it's a treasure panda. We run 1 Toon Cannon Soldier. It's in here just because we run the tune table engine, and we get this guy out in the end, and he's also a trigger for Lure of Darkness. So that's also useful. We also use Exodia pieces for Lure of Darkness, if you're wondering why I said it's okay to banish, because once you're cool with banishing, you could use Lure's effect a lot better. 2 Blackluster Soldiers, Envoy of the Beginning, they're used in here, so you could basically use your Primal Seed spell, and this makes it possible. This allows you to pull like banished Exodia pieces from the banished table into it with the Primal Seed, but Primal Seed only activates if you have this guy or Chaos End Dragon in the field. Then we run 1 Water Spirit and 1 Flammable Guard, basically normal 1 level tuners. And I tried using more tuners and it felt like bricks in my hand. So using just 2 tuners is a lot better for me, because I hardly get them in my hand. I could just summon them with Panda's Expect, do my Formula Synchrons, send the Exodia pieces to graveyards, draw a card, and things like that. We have 2 Dark Factories of Mass Projections. These are the win conditions here. Once the pieces are in the graveyard, we go ahead and Dark Factory, bring back 2 of the normal pieces, bring back 2 of the other normal pieces. We have 4 pieces in our hand, and it makes everything easier. And also activates for Panda in case you only have 2 in your graveyard. You go ahead and activate the Dark Factory, bring back 2, use the effect of Dark Factory to get, or not the effect, but effect of Treasure Panda to bring Dark Factory to the graveyard, and then special summon another piece, so that way we could go ahead and try to get the other ones in. So we run 2 of those. We run 3 White Elephant's Gifts because we do run Treasure Panda, so it does special summon normal monster cards, and we can use White Elephant Gifts on those normal monster cards to send those to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. It's draw power, and it makes everything so much better. We got 1 Foolish to send the head to the graveyard, or to send the pandas to the graveyard, and then special summon with Monster Reborn. So that's why we run 1 Foolish and we run 1 monster. 1 Upstart Goblin because we're not trying to damage our opponent like we do in the Cyberstein deck, so we don't care if they gain life points, plus free draw. Into the Void limited to 1. It was a big change off of the 3 that most of the Panda decks were running 2 years ago. We run 1 Into the Void now, and it's this deck's a gambling deck. I like to gamble, so this is a gambling deck here. One goes to the graveyard, and I'm sorry, I got stuck a little bit there. No, we activate this effect, we draw a card, but in the end, if we don't win the game, then we lose our hand. So this is an all or nothing game, and when the pressure's on, we do better plays. 1 day of peace, same way, win conditions Exodia, we're not taking damage to our opponent, so we don't need to worry about them. So that's why we run 1 day of peace. Instant Fusion as an extender in case we need to summon Dread, but we only have 3, so we use Instant Fusion for an extender. 1 Spellbook of Knowledge, we activate this on any one of the pieces or the Summoner Monks in case we don't need them anymore, send them to the graveyard, and then we draw 2. It targets spellcasters. We run 3 Table of Contents for the Table of Contents draw engine, which would all the way lead up to our Toon Cannon Soldier. We do this so that we can make the deck smaller. So instead of a 40 card deck, we run the 36 card deck. If we are able to get one of these in the first hand and get rid of them, and it'll be a lot better to search for those cards that you need in order to pull off the Exodia play. 2 Tri-Rights in case all your pieces are already summoned and sent to the graveyard. We go ahead and do Tri-Rights, bring back some of the pieces and some of the tuners. Draw more Formula Synchrons, or if we already did that, summon another Dread in order to draw more. 2 Dark Eruptions. If your head is in the graveyard, you could place one of these in here and just get the head back. It's a lot better than Monster Reincarnation because Monster Reincarnation you discard, and this one you don't. This one just targets 1 dark monster with 15,000 or less, and our Exodia head is basically that. Also, if you have 2 of these and 1 Dark Factory Mass Production, you already have the head in your hand, then just use 2 of these as opposed of using one of the Dark Factories and you still win the game. 2 of the Primal Seeds, basically what allows us to bring back cards from the banishment area to your hand. So if you have a Blackluster or Chaos Emperor Dragon, you could go ahead and target 2 of your banished cards and add both targets to your hand. So if you have one of these in banished because of Panda, you could go ahead and trigger this effect and just basically loop it, which is always fun. And then we run 3 of Lord of Darkness. We have a lot of dark monsters here. We don't care if they get banished because we can go ahead and use Primal Seed to bring them back. So we run 3 Allure, banish 1 dark, draw 2 cards, banish 1 dark. And it makes everything better. So we run 40 cards here. We run 40 because it's the minimum you need, and we need to save all that space for Exodia. We run 3 Dreads as opposed to 2 because we actually bring this guy back a lot. Sometimes you use 3 Dreads in one game, activate the 4 effect when you draw 4 cards, and place 3 in the bottom of your deck in any order you want. So we run 3 Dreads. Draw power, amazing. 1 Link Spider because sometimes you need to activate your Link Spider to give you more space on the field so you could activate Tri-Right. And that's why we run 1 Link Spider. 1 TG Hyper Librarian for the combo of Summoner Monk and Panda. You Summoner Monk, you discard a spell card, you summon Panda, then you use Panda's effect, you banish spell card, you summon a tuner, you use tuner with the Summoner Monk to summon TG Hyper Librarian. 2 formula synchrons on opposes is 3 because I tried using 3, but I never really brought it out of all the games I used to test this deck out. So running 2 of them is a lot better than running the 3, I would think. We run 1 old entity Hastar, but I think we could take this guy out because we only run this because it's a target to summon. It's a target to tune with a formula synchrons if we have 2 regular pieces in case you got to go big somehow. But you could take this guy out and replace him with any other card you need. We will have 1 tin musical battle mech. It's not really used honestly that much. We only have this because in case we bring our formula, we have a TG out. We could special summon with Panda, another normal monster, and just synchro that to bring this guy, activate TGs, and then draw 1 more card. But like I said, we don't really use it, so it's up to you if you want to go ahead and take it out the extra deck or not. We have 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. When she's summoned, synchro summon, you could draw 1 card. It's basically draw power, and you could synchro summon him a lot. Instead of doing that play where you summon the tuner and then you summon TG, what you can do as well is you could summon another tuner. That's why we run 2 tuners. And when you have TG out, you go ahead and summon your tuner with the Panda. Oh wait, that just makes level 5. I think I put him in here because of the extender. Oh yes, it's because of the extender. You use our Drama Knight, which is a level 5 Insta Fusion, bring Mojama Light, summon a tuner, tuned to Stardust, draw 1 card, and then because you use your Instant Fusion, use Panda's effect, banish Instant Fusion, bring back another tuner. That's why we have him in here. I forgot a bit. Kind of crazy how I forget. I just made this deck yesterday. We use our Drama Knight here. You know, cancel 2 of your monsters. 2 of your monsters field, so that 2 of your monsters field cards. And I don't want to say cards. Spots, monster zones from their side of the field, and you know, it's a little bit of trolling in the troll deck because it gets the effect like this doesn't really matter anymore once he comes out of the field, which you usually use to summon Dread or to summon Stardust. And then we have our Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Griffin, Nightmare Phoenix, and Nightmare Cerberus. So I run these 4 because you could possibly link summon and co-link summon and draw cards. I don't really use them much, but they do come in handy because they're just 2 links, so sometimes you need space on the field to use your tri-rights. So doing 2 links helps out a lot, and there's always that possibility of basically 2 linking 4 and drawing a card. So that's why I run them. You can switch them out with other monsters that require 2 links if you want. But like I said, I just started Yu-Gi-Oh again. I just started Yu-Gi-Oh from high school again, and I don't really know much of the link monster cards. So I'm still learning here. That's why I run 3 of these, because most people on the videos and Reddit and the pro use them on here, and possibility of draw power, which is why I run them. But you can switch them out for something if you are more into what other cards do, if that makes any possible sense. And then my side deck, I don't run any side deck because I honestly don't know what to write in my side deck. And yeah, I just got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't give you guys advice. I want to run on the side deck because I honestly wouldn't know what could come into this deck and make it better. But yeah, like I said, this is my Exodia deck, and hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys are able to use it and have fun with it. You know, and yeah, I like to to obliterate people every now and then, and it's my favorite deck. But my friends don't like playing with me because I just use Exodia and Cyberstein, so nothing but troll decks, I guess. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will put up another video shortly after. I think this one comes on the 27th, and then the Cyberstein one comes out on the 28th, and then possibly another deck on the 29th, maybe. I don't know. But in any case, thanks for watching, and laters.